on, go be dangerous. Let's go. Go be dangerous. Go find out something you didn't know about yourself. You can do it.
This is Joe Van Tassel, simply known as JVT. He's from Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, and currently works in the restaurant industry, but on most weekends he can be found at a Tough Mudder event. As of April 22nd, JVT has completed 198 Tough Mudders. Tough Mudder is an obstacle course race with a focus on teamwork and camaraderie and not course time. Tough Mudder offers 15-kilometer, 10K, and 5K lengths at most race weekends across North America and the UK. Tough Mudder also has endurance events featuring an 8-hour Tough Mudder Infinity, a 12-hour overnight race Toughest Mudder, and their 24-hour World's Toughest Mudder.
I came to Tough Mudder at a point in my life where I was working a job I didn't really like. I didn't have many friends in Pittsburgh because I was working all the time, and it's not where I was originally from. And I left that job, and I was looking for a thing to do. And I got into this, and like I said, I kept coming back, meeting incredible people, hearing their stories, and I've had such a good time with it and made such long-lasting friendships. If you had told me when I was in my late 20s I was going to find this thing that would change my life like this, I would have said you were crazy. But it's literally 10 years later, and here we are, still going after it. I had a great time. I didn't actually think I would ever do another one. And then my brother wanted to do one, so I came back the next year and just kind of learned about some of the people that were doing it and the things they were overcoming. And I looked in the mirror and I said, what's my excuse? I wasn't in great shape. I'm still not in great shape, but I knew that I had it in me to do more, to be a little bit more, to put some effort forth. And I started getting a season pass and traveling around, and I've literally made some of the best friends I could ever hope to make because of this community. So that's what's kept me coming back all these years.
This way a little bit, okay? And now, everybody push. All right, somebody else, 2 at a time, grab on. And when you get to the top like I am, you're gonna turn back around and you're gonna pull, okay? Lean into it. I'm gonna drag on here. Turn back around, grab behind you. Grab here.
Working towards my own personal goals right now, so that is certainly part of it. But even in some of, I think a lot of people know, like 2018, rough year, the 2 laps, it wasn't everyone's favorite. I kept coming back though because I tell people this all the time. I have made friends from Maine to Florida, from the Carolinas to California, just some of the best people I could ever hope to meet. It's funny, I don't have a specific end goal. 200, in about a month is my next big milestone. I want to finish out this year strong. And then after that, I know that, next year I'm definitely going to take a little bit of a step back. I'll still do probably a Holy Grail. I'll do a whatever that year's base element is, and we'll do a regional, and I'll do Worlds. And it's funny, I struggle sometimes thinking to myself, like, do I want to keep doing Worlds as a participant? Do I want to pit for someone? Do I want to kind of maybe do a rabbit thing where it's like I'll sign up and I'll go out first lap but then be in the pit and kind of back and forth for someone? I don't know that I will continue to do such like big seasons where it's, sometimes 15, 20, 30 events depending. But I want to obviously stay tied into the community, and hopefully that'll mean, making it to mine in Pittsburgh and to a few others and being able to cherry pick a little bit. As long as there's Tough Mudder, I think I'll be linked to it in some way, shape, or form. Favorite all time has to be King of the Swingers, the original version, up high, going for it. That was just that was, I think, quintessential Tough Mudder obstacle. As for obstacles that are like still here and now and kind of classics, it's Everest. I think Everest is an obstacle that sells tickets. Like, people see others overcoming that one, and it really is just that teamwork element and the helping hands and everything like that, and the way that's translated into things at like the regionals and Worlds and stuff like that. It's just you can't beat it. Every single event offers an opportunity to see something awesome. I was talking to Travis earlier while we were out on course, and I was telling them the story of one of my favorite laps that I ever did. We were out in Seattle, and I had gone out, I had done my event, and I was like, oh, there's still enough time to go out and grab a quick 5K. And that course is beautiful. Like, there's a point in the course where you would go up on this hill, and you're above the tree line, and you can see Mount Rainier off in the distance. Incredible views. So I'm like, I'm going to grab my phone, and I'll go out and I'll take some pictures. And to make a very long story short, I ended up running into this young lady who, her 2 teammates had already left her like a third of a mile into this. And she was only doing the 5K, and we kind of like teamed up and we started chatting, and she was telling me her story and the things she'd overcome. She had cancer that she beat, and, you know, she was on a weight loss journey and all these things. And she didn't quit once. All the volunteers kept saying, they were like, oh, your teammates just went by, because they recognized these matching headbands they had. And they were like, they just walked around the obstacle. And she did every single thing. She cried and she cursed me out and had an unpleasant time at points in this, but she got to the end and we just cried together, because it was just such an incredible experience to see this person, you know, overcome something that maybe seems a little bit sometimes, you know, standard fare to people that have done as many as we have, but this was like everything for her. And that opportunity exists on every single course I've ever been on. Sometimes it's little things for lots of people. Sometimes it's big things for one person, but you keep your eyes open and you see how you can help and contribute to that. I may never meet some of these people again, and some of them may end up being friends that I will have the rest of my life. And it's, you know, it seems corny sometimes when you say it at first, but I know that it's true because I've experienced it so many times over, and that opportunity exists every single time I'm out on course. They should do it because they're going to come up against things that might make them uncomfortable, that maybe they think they can't do, that are going to put them in a pinch. And either on their own or with the help of all these other people, they're going to have a chance to prove to themselves that they're made of more than they thought they were. They are completely capable of overcoming all fears. And that's always been part of the mantra, but it's true. It's every time. They have this chance to go and see something that they want and kick its ass and prove that they've got that grit, they've got that thing inside of them, and they can take that everywhere else they go. It's a building block for confidence and just for having a great time and just living a great day. You know, we work and we do all these things to contribute to our lives, and this is where you get to go out and prove what you're doing it all for, you know?
Love that. I love nothing more than a U-turn. He thought he couldn't do it, but he came back to
More than one.
Oh, awesome. So you've seen them too.
rescue himself from the spheres. I love it. I love it.